people get involved in your campaign. They say, you know what, I love this woman, I love what she's doing, she's fighting for us. And I expect all of you guys to get involved with conservative media. Do you have faith in Janet Napolitano to keep you safe from harm? These people are speaking it out here. They're letting you know what's going on. This is John Villarreal reporting for Conservative New Media. John Villarreal, Conservative New Media. Now we're here with some of these protesters. We've got Allison and her kids, Steve, the laborer, and Jill.
Hello.
These women and this gentleman are fired up.
We are.
We've been going back and forth. That's all right. Now, tell me what happened here. This guy, Congressman McNerney, who you want to get out, he just had a big event here. You guys are protesting it. Now, who are you and why are you here?
My name is Allison Quaintance, and I'm with the East Contra Costa Tea Party, and I'm here to protest McNerney because he doesn't listen to the American people. He's lying to us. We've met with him before, and he's lied right to our faces, and we are going to do everything we can to get him.
What did he say? Why did he lie to you?
He said he had read through the whole entire health care bill, and he had not.
Wow. Now, I was in there and I asked him a question about the debt and the deficit. It seemed to me that it was a stacked deck in there. He had some of his supporters that he knew by name, and they were saying all kinds of stuff like, you know, oh, the environment and BP, what they did was criminal, and maybe we need to nationalize them, all kinds of stuff like that. And people went around, and there were some good questions for the audience, and it's like the worry about the homes and the health care and blah, blah, blah. And they got to me, and I said, you know what? That's all great. But guess what? We've exploded the debt and exploded the deficit, and the unfunded liabilities are in the multiples of trillions, somewhere between 30 to 100 trillion. We only have a 14 some odd trillion dollar budget. That's for the entire budget. And so if this isn't handled, serious cuts aren't made, it's all over. None of it matters. We'll be like Greece, the EU's disintegrating, everything's gonna happen. And so what are you prepared to cut? And he didn't have an answer. He's like, that's a good question. That's a tough question. Well, no doubt, dude. You're just there writing the bills. You're just there in charge of the purse strings. And then I tried to follow up, and his press secretary tried to cut me off, and, oh, we need to move around. Well, you just had all kinds of speeches for, you know, minutes and minutes. I thought I was listening to the, you know, War and Peace from some of these people about like, oh, you're great, McNerney. And that's fine. And I said, well, I just have a quick follow-up. And that is, it's a tough question. Maybe you don't know right now. Are you going to have an answer, a detailed plan for the voters before Election Day so they can judge on it?
He never does.
And he says, no, I'm going to deal with what's in front of me. McNerney, these people are saying, if that's not in front of you.
If that's not in front of him, what's in front of him?
Right. That was the question. Right? What do you think about that? I mean, are you worried about your future?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. We're worried for you. Now, Steve, tell me about this. McNerney, you know he's a bad dude in terms of, I mean, not personally, but in terms of his policies. Why do you think that he's wrong for America, and what are we going to do to get him out of there?
I don't see them having the answers. That's why you didn't get an answer in there. Our debt is to one country. Major China's got a lot of our debt, and we've got something China needs, which is oil. You know, if we tap into our oil, there is ways to bring down the debt. You bring down the debt with cuts, not tax increases. You got to cut spending. You got to bring it down across the board. They're not willing to do that. McNerney's not willing at all to mention any of that.
Is he Pelosi's puppet?
Oh, no, there's no doubt about that. And I think everything that's being done in Washington, I've been saying for a while, is being done on purpose. And the people that haven't woke up to that yet, they will soon.
That is really scary. This administration, Jill, I think really doesn't have any competence. We can talk about left, right, and everything like that, but these people are at the controls of power, and I don't think they know what they're doing. I feel like someone is blind, flying us through a snowstorm, and we're going to crash anytime.
Absolutely. They're not in charge. They just do what they're told to do. And anytime the American people speak up, they don't listen to us, and they just keep doing what's on their agenda.
Are you worried for your daughter's future here? Are you worried what the debt and the deficit and the problems that we're leaving our children?
Absolutely. That's why I'm up till 2 o'clock in the morning, and I get up early, and I'm absolutely exhausted, but I'm going to keep going. And these tea parties, and we are change groups, we will not stop until we see change, and after November.
I love it. That's mom power right there. That's citizens that want to exercise their First Amendment right to assemble peaceably and to have freedom of speech to tell people what they think. And these elected officials, they work for all of you. They need to listen to us and not be sheltered away from the cameras and hiding away and have all the focus groups and a stacked deck and everything. Now, we got to beat McNerney. This is one of the biggest targeted races, one of the top 7 targeted races in the country for Republicans to win. Who do you guys support? You know I love Brad Garring in this primary. Talk to me about who you like.
I love Brad. He's a real down-to-earth person. He's not a career politician, and you know, we had a congressional forum. He stayed around. He talked to us. He was one of the last people to leave, and we're walking precincts for him, and we're really glad to have him on our side.
That's huge. Are you going to be at the Pleasanton Tea Party thing, the farmers market thing on Saturday? Brad's going to be there.
I will be at a wedding.
Oh no. Well, that's okay. It's real life too. We got to deal with.
The Tea Party has their own farmers market that we do every Saturday, so we do have to we have to run our own farmers market because we need to stay in East Contra Costa and make sure that Brad's name gets out there too, and we need to work on our own people because everybody in their own communities needs to be getting out on the streets. They need to be telling, I mean, I ask people all the time, do you know who McNerney is?
No.
And they say no, and so that is our opportunity to say, well, this is who he is, this is what he stood for, and here are your choices for who's running against him, and let's get him out.
You like Brad Garring?
I do.
Why?
Because he's real. He's not a politician. He's, you know, he was there, he met with us, he talked to us, and we felt like he was telling us the truth. He loves the Constitution. We love Brad.
4th generation in this district, farmer, right? I mean, that's the #1 business in this district, really, because 70% of it is in the valley. Wants to get the water going again, wants to cut people's taxes, wants to cut the spending, wants to give, I mean, even though it's not a national issue, but it's becoming more and more so, actually, control back to the parents of the vouchers and the stuff with the education. That's important, right? And get the people, get the stranglehold of the public employee unions and these teachers away from the government, whether it's, you know, state or federal.
Right. But we hope that Brad wins, but if he doesn't, then we're going to support whoever can get McNerney out.
Absolutely. Now, we agree with that. Steve, who do you back, bro?
You know, Brad seems like the conservative candidate. David Harmer's got his stuff down. He's going to be a good one if he gets in. Tony Amador seems real respectable. Elizabeth wasn't bad. We're going to get behind whoever wins. The Tea Party's going to push whoever it is, do everything we can to push that candidate over the top and take him out.
I love it. Now, Jill, do you think that is Brad's name getting out here? Does Contra Costa support him? How much name ID does he have? How much work does he have to do in here in Contra Costa?
Well, everyone that I've spoken to in my area in Brentwood, we just really love him. And the thing is, he's been around for a long time. In fact, that wedding that I'm going to at the Klingsheims, they've known him for years, and their whole family's behind him. So we're really glad that...
Quasi-wedding, quasi-political event. I love it.
We're all going to be talking about him on Saturday. And like Allison said, we have our farmers market in Brentwood. Every morning we're out there at the tables. We're talking him up, and the community is getting excited.
That's huge. Now, what are you guys going to do for Tuesday? Is there like a Tea Party party? Is there an election party? What's going on?
We are having a Tea Party party. We're going to be meeting in Discovery Bay at the Straw Hat Pizza. They're keeping it open late for us so we can watch it. And we, as the East Contra Costa Tea Party, has made voter guides to help people. And we're all going to check them off and see how well we do. We hope all of our candidates make it. Check us out on Facebook because we're there and we're telling about the candidates that we love. So
I love it. This is we are hearing to hear from all. Let's get them up. Boxer, Pelosi, McNerney, we need to get them out. We want them out.
Throw them all out. Throw the bombs out. Throw them all out. Throw the bombs out.
This is what I
Throw
deal
them
with,
all
people.
out.
I love it. We have more supporters like this from Contra Costa and around the 11th District and in America, and we are going to win here. We're going to get America back into control of conservative and fiscally responsible hands. I am John Villarreal reporting for Conservative Media here in Danville, and we'll see you next time.